Well, hello everyone. Just starting the roll off. That isn't that 4-4? I don't know. Maybe I missed something. They seem to think they know who won it, so whatever. Yeah, standard placement for those medias gives good coverage on the buildings and one of the spawn points. I mean, yeah, that just hits all three of the yellow foundations and that closest green. And normally this green gets a rec facility because it can hit every single one of those objective spaces, PowerPoints. But sometimes it doesn't. Boy, is Corgi gonna go for an aggressive double secure again? Because securing this thing is pretty risky. Very easy to disrupt and unlikely to stay secured. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. That's also a standard drop. Same sort of thing, gives good coverage on buildings, mostly on this double and the spawn point next to it. A very forward radar center, too. Ooh, Corgi's double is just garbage back there. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of text placement of the ISB here. If he'd placed it where the media next to it is, he could ISB turn 1 and just have the ISB for no extra tax for the rest of the game. But, well. I wasn't watching close enough. I don't know if he lost that opportunity. So yeah, I'd say between map and building draft, uh, Corgi has an uphill battle. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
Good. Figured I'd
Good.
hop in here because I'm watching the same game.
Yeah. Yeah, I find it kind of annoying that the Power Gorge isn't sharing the voice channel with anyone else. Just Nick and Mimi.
Yeah,
But, at the same time, it's the final, so it kind of makes sense, you know?
yeah, yeah. I know I like watching on TTS itself because I don't know, when I try to watch on Twitch, it gets so pixelated I can't see like anything.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It sometimes does that to me, too.
And TTS is hard to see and read as it is, so it's like
Yeah.
viewing TTS on Twitch definitely does not help.
Yeah. Well, and have you ever pulled up a stream you're talking in? Because you'll say something or you'll hear other people say something, and it's like 3 minutes later that you actually hear it in stream.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
actually not that bad, but it's a very noticeable amount of time. It really is at least 2 minutes, I think, or no, at least a minute. Let's see, what do we have here? So Corky's first unit turn, he's done a bunch of secures. He's using ants to take the double. A Squix has taken the trap point. Power pod simply moves there. I'm guessing. Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on with
That's
the.
considered a trap point?
That is within 5 spaces of everything. So right now, that Squix can be swatted into the other Squix or the ant on the double. So the where Corgi has put the Squix between the
Oh,
media and the guard.
okay, the Squix, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the power pod for a second.
No, no. That's why I said the Squix is on the trap point, and then the pod is just
Okay.
on the standard point. I'm kind of surprised he put the spy fly there instead of like I don't know securing the neutral spawn or something. I mean, let's face
Yeah,
it.
I'm
The only
not really
things,
sure.
yeah, if he had dropped himself on the neutral spawn, he'd at least sort of be blocking off the power pod from being attacked. I mean, right now you just blitz a berserker up there, eat the pod, eat the spy fly. You have 2 free dice, and um, you've denied 2 to your opponent. It would be better if he can somehow get a fling unit to the Squix, but that's going to be a lot harder. Dire answer 3, right?
Yeah.
What is going on over here? I have a delete button and stuff. Do you see this? On the right side of the
Uh,
table from tech's point of view?
oh, yeah.
It's like a
What
enter
is
a
it?
nickname for the image, URL for the image. That's weird.
Huh.
I want to ask, but I also don't want to interrupt their game.
Yeah, it must be just like some glitch thing when Tech
Yeah,
was
it's got to be
updating
something.
TTS, I imagine.
It's got to be something like that. Okay, so yeah, it looks like we're gonna blitz the berserker into the pod and the spy fly. So we're probably just doing nothing with the. We're just letting him have the double, unless we're overdriving right here. 5 can't quite go 6 though. If he didn't have to use the diagonal at the beginning of that movement, he could have stopped the interceptor on the spawn point and broken both buildings. Interceptors have hover but not high mobility, right?
Yeah, they do not have high mobility,
Okay.
just all terrain.
Okay. So not even hover then. Wow. Well,
Which is
looks
kind
like
of weird
Tech is
for
also
like a spaceship thing.
yeah, it looks like Tech has also fallen into the trap because right now the exo armor could still be thrown into the command tape to deny those dice, and then you're powering up for one, and your other monster can go over and take care of that. I mean, it's Rogzor, so it's kind of a lot of steps, but it's still doable. Okay, so it's 5 steps for Rogzor, and then Dynastivus go over to the crab, and then you have 2 reds. That's not what Corgi's doing, though.
Yeah, I imagine Rogzor is gonna shoot something.
I mean, I'm okay with what he just did if that's 3 steps, but if his whole movement was just moving 4 spaces like that, I don't know that I like it. Gossamal is speed 7. I feel like she can probably get in on Dynastivus's right side there. Well, maybe not, actually.
Yeah, I think it would be too many steps because the crab is actually kind of in the way.
Yeah, it's actually because of the crab.
Yeah, so you'd have to go around the crab and take like 4 or 5 steps to begin with, and then you're still not
Yeah, if you
like you
did,
still wouldn't be able to get aligned with Dinah.
yeah, yeah, if you did 4 steps to be next to the crab, you need to move 8 to get to be between the comms ray and the guard base on the other side,
Yeah.
and then it'd be just 3 steps to get to Dinah. Which, even if you only have the 2 reds, that's enough to put her into the shard. Well, no, Dinah's Def 9. That's really risky attack. But of course, Corgi did none of that. He just is going to let him power up for
Was
2.
he shooting the
I'm sure.
downtown?
I was going to say, I'm sure he's shooting the downtown, but that's still power up for 2, which is 4, which is enough to do something. Quite a bit of some things. Well, I say that, there's not really a great way to get in on Rogzor, which I think might be the one you want to go in on just because he's a squishy thing to that's easy to delete.
Yeah. I think going in, I don't know, because when I played Corgi, I definitely made a point to go in on Dinah first, just because she's the scarier monster.
She absolutely is.
I mean, it does take a little extra work to get around the hard to kill thing too, but so I feel like that's something you want to do like early.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. She is the ideal. I was just looking at it thinking
Yeah,
it's
I also wonder
probably
if
hard to
like
get in on either of them. Honestly, I don't think you
that's
go in on either of them this turn. Just kill the power base and screen up. And one of my kittens just tried to jump on the table and slipped off.
sounds
Kitten,
like a
are you
very cat
okay?
thing to do.
Yeah. Well, he tried to jump up there, landed on my work computer's keyboard and mouse, and wound up pulling them off of the table because they slid off of the work computer they're sitting on.
Uh,
Okay, so yeah, Gossamer is there. Just needs to take one step forward, put the squicks into the ant, and step back. Or step over, either one.
and the
Yep,
ant is dead too.
indeed. So yeah, now Corgi is powering up for nothing, which, I mean, that's why he went hard into a unit turn anyway.
Yeah,
And yeah, steps back there.
the
It's going to be
pocket.
super easy for him to screen up.
Yep. I feel like I've played on this map this entire tournament, and this pocket, like on this side, is my favorite place ever.
Yeah. As long as you go to that pocket, not the false pocket right behind it.
Like where Incinerus is? Or you
Uh,
mean like
I
where
mean
the double is?
between, yeah, between the
Yeah,
media and the radar.
I've definitely done that before.
Yeah, because that's just to ram the radar, step in, and throw to the double.
Yeah, or like if you're screening with a unit, kill the unit.
Yeah. How did?
Oh my god, did their game finish already?
Yeah, I guess. I guess they
Holy.
called it. I don't know. Get away from the Ethernet cable. You pulled it out before. Hey,
Hey.
so why did you concede?
I missed the first monster attack I made. I also missed a really important attack into a Sail the turn earlier.
Ah,
So
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't win, right? Like, I was dead on the next turn. Like, I could, like, play out this unit turn, but it just doesn't matter.
yeah. Yeah, I get that.
That sucks.
It is what it is. This, like, I've qualified forever, so this finals, like, didn't really matter. I've already won one this season.
Yeah.
Like, the dice said no, I just moved on. I wasn't gonna, like, sit there and about it.
And try to
The dice
crawl your
said
way
no, and
back.
then you said no, and that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
well, so
happens.
I had Annie at 8, staring down like an 8, like, so I'd cast at 1, Annie at 8, going into a turn where he was going to have full power. Like, it was like I could have disrupted enough of it in theory, but it would have been like too hard, right? It would have required too many low odds attacks to hit, and I was like, I don't really want to put through the effort on this one.
Well, then Power Gorged was once again being lax on the hell totals. They still had you at 9 on Annie.
I was at 8. He ignited.
Yeah, and they didn't update that total, is all I was saying. Well, I guess I can stop watching Power Gorged.
So even at 9, I was dead that turn.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it didn't matter. After the cast attack missed, it was kind of over, right? Like, the answer would have been to, like, try to, like, step a bunch, but I was in the corridor on downtown, so, like, there's no getting out of that.
Yeah.
Like, I was just it was going to be cast taking a double no matter what I did. I needed to, hope that he, like, fucked up his positioning after that, and he didn't, so moved on.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, we're back to Tech's second unit turn. Oh man, they both keep trying to secure the trap PowerPoint. You know, the one between the separated double.
Yeah, I mean, Tech hasn't been punished for it yet, so
That is true. Tech punished Corgi for it, and then Corgi went right back to it.
I feel like I only ever use crawlers for that space.
Yeah, well, and that's the correct thing to do because crawlers
Can't
can't
get
be
swatted.
swatted. I mean, this is pretty easy berserk. Hellion into Power Pod.
Yeah, this is pretty free. See if Tech has my problem.
So the assault tape on the spy fly. 5 going straight into
That's
Squish.
the opposite of what I want, Corgi. I want Tech to win so I don't need to stress about my match.
Yeah, because if Corgi wins here, you're the only person that stands between the Invitationals and Mono
Pterosaurs.
Pterosaurs.
I know. And I feel like last time I had a high stakes like game where I could have been in the invitational, I just like potatoed out the whole thing. So
Yeah.
we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, weren't you in a finals a while back and potatoed out or
Yeah, that
something?
was the match with DrillCon, and I just like fucked everything up and got tunnel vision in the middle of the match.
I thought it was at the beginning of the match and you just didn't see. I mean, it was back when Glob was still broken as hell and he was running Glob. And it was like one of the few times the correct answer was going in on Glob first. Because
Yeah.
they'd lined up for like double to double.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was something like that, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a high stress environment. It's easy to screw that up. Kitten, you know you're not allowed on the table. Stop it.
I'm sure tomorrow will be fine.
Yep.
Also, I'm playing tomorrow at 8, if you are interested in watching.
I am.
I am interested, but that's 8 Eastern, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I have something starting at 7 Central, which is 8 Eastern. So probably won't be able to.
And then, are there any matches left, really?
There might be a couple of like the lower bracket ones. Like I know Neurotica conceded, like
Oh,
draw.
I
Like
didn't know that.
yeah,
Yeah, she had to concede to me too. Something IRL
yeah.
happened.
It sounds like her work schedule was just like hella busy.
Yeah.
I really want to watch that all ants game. Because we all need ants.
I really want to just hit this delete button and see what happens. But being a spectator, nothing.
What are you threatening to delete, Twist?
If you look at the right side of the screen on from text point of view, there's like a
You might need
text.
to zoom
There's
out.
2 text boxes and 3 delete buttons. And if you actually scroll over there, there's like I don't
I
know
think
what
it's
it is.
actually
There's
like the
something like
dimensions of the
under the
table.
screen. Yeah, it's like there's something under the table.
Because it says also, like, if you scroll out, it says, like, felt green, felt red.
Yeah,
Apply with depth to table. It just,
top surface something. It's just weird. Kitten, get down. 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 Good boy.
I take it tech 1 second.
Yeah.
yeah. So Tekkactus map.
Which, as you've mentioned, this is a rough map to go into Gosnell on.
Off the map for Incinerus too.
Yeah. Well, and throw on top of that the Protector Destroyer disparity right now.
At least Corgi got practice on this map because we also played on this map.
Yeah. I think he's played like 3 of his 5 games on this map.
Yeah, I do like this map a lot.
It's a neat map. I would definitely give it that. The only one of the new maps I played on this tournament was the other one, Downtown Beatdown. Marin put me on it, and I put Armored on it, I think. At least I think I already played Armored. Did anyone watch that match?
I don't think I did. Maybe? I
No,
don't
I
remember.
didn't either.
There's so many games.
Okay, no, it definitely happened, because apparently I forgot to update the title, and it's still listed as Armored vs. Twisted. Update info. Okay.
Did Corgi just start his monster turn? He's trying to plot something out.
Stepped away to grab a drink, so I don't know. I'm afraid I missed it. Well, no, I thought I saw him move Dynasticus up to Gossamer earlier, so he couldn't have just started it. Maybe he did some movements and took it back. That feels like a dangerous spot for Dinah to be in. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't.
into a TK monster? Very much
Oh,
so.
yeah. Okay. I was about to say, I don't think either of them have anything. I was thinking Gossamel's TK was in Hyper, but no, it's in Alpha. This is a very dangerous position for Dinah. Because, I mean, you just TK the Bellower down and throw to the double. Then having Sinners throw to the media. 8 damage on Dinah right now.
Yep.
The alternative looks to be sort of the same play, just on Rogzor. TK the Assault Ape, throw into the media, throw over to the Industrial Reclamation. Still, I think like we were talking earlier, you probably want to kill Dinah first. So if Tech wins this, is he in the Invitational no matter what happens in Shelly's game?
No, Shelly's game, because Shelly and Tech have a tied strength of schedule.
Oh, okay.
So it becomes a question. So like Tech is actually like down an SOS to Shelly because Shelly's playing into Mike, who will have 3 wins if she beats him, where Corgi will only have 2.
Okay.
So it'll come down to how everyone else they plays
Yeah.
after that, right?
Yeah. So yeah, from this game alone, Tech's SOS goes to 8, Shelly's goes to 11. So it's gonna kind of well, no, they'll be tied on monster kills too. So Shelly, if you win, you're in the invitational no matter what. I think. I haven't looked at everyone else's, for the rest of the thing.
Yeah, I haven't looked through and like actually crunched the numbers and figured out who won or lost so far. I'm kind of letting that be a surprise.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
because
know
I
Mung
mean,
Mung is qualified because he had the highest strength of schedule coming into this round, so he is guaranteed with that win.
yeah,
The question will be, Shelly and Tech.
yeah.
Oh, did Incinerus get brawled? I stepped away for a second.
I think Rogzor just. Oh yeah, yeah. Incinerus must have been brawled. Rogzor shot the industrial. So I guess Tech just doesn't see the Dyna play.
Or has decided he doesn't like it.
I guess
Right? That is also entirely possible.
it is. I mean, like we said earlier, Dyna is a Def 9 monster, so
Yeah.
that can actually be a pretty big hurdle to overcome. But he has full red, so he could throw 8 in. He's getting 4 back. Throw 6 into the next one and just make it up with the penetrator and whites. But oh
Curious as
well.
to where we're going with Rogzor, though.
Yeah, I am too. Because he can't line him up for the double above him. And the hazard wreck is just not as attractive now.
No, you could do like a real long bomb if you saved more dice here.
Oh
No,
yeah?
this actually works. So what he's doing is he's throwing Reclamation Facility on the far corner, and then he'll step in and throw to the Imperial. Media is aligned from this position too.
But Incinerus isn't aligned. Can he step over there far enough? And still attack? It'd be 4 steps just to
Maybe.
get. He
Yeah.
would
So
need
maybe
5
I
whites.
actually have no idea what Tech is doing here.
No, I think this is media to the wreck and hazard. I'm
So
wrong.
this is 3 steps. No, this is
4.
4 steps. Yeah, Tech has messed this up.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you can do that. You're just not going to the double. I mean, you can go from there to the other double still.
I
So
mean,
you
you could
do
also
get 2
isolate
back.
Rogzor into your back line and just kill him on the following turn.
Yeah. Corgi does have 2 whites in case he needs to take a monster turn. So,
But I mean, there's no damage on the board currently, right?
not a lot, no.
And this could just still be throw down to the Imperial State, burn those two.
Yeah, but he just counted out to the right, so I think it's throw over to the double. I don't hate the throw to the Imperial and just separate the hell out of the monsters. And so, yeah,
He did just end
that's.
up going on for that one, I guess, because he couldn't make the steps.
Yeah.
Right. I think the plan was to do the other
Yeah.
one, and then he realized that he didn't have enough steps left over.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I think that's what it was. Hey, Robin, how are you? Hello.
Hey, Hidden.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
I'll be keeping it a bit quiet tonight. Probably just listening in more than anything. So,
That's fine.
how's the game going?
No idea. Just started. Like we've only had
Yeah,
the first engagement. I would say that Tech is currently in the lead. We'll see how long that remains the case.
yeah, I agree. I'd say it's favoring Tech. They've each had 2 unit and 2 monster turns.
Wait, hold
This
on.
is being
This
streamed to
isn't.
Twitch if you want to watch it later. You know, watch the parts you missed.
Wait, hold on. Is this that Hurricaneus versus Hurricaneus and Cassandra versus Armadax match?
No, that was the relocked one. That one's already finished.
Not been paying attention to the meta. How absolutely toxic is Hurricaneus?
She's, what, 3 of the top 4 right now? Kitten, don't get on the table. Robin, I can see you. Don't get on the table. He keeps considering it, but it does keep catching my eye and stopping.
It's a very cat thing to do.
I know. I listened to something
You can
once
tell it's a
where,
cat from here.
yeah, I listened to something once where some like bird watcher was complaining about the neighborhood cats and like, why can't they just train them to not jump in my fence or whatever? I'm like, because cats aren't dogs. They know they're only in trouble if you see them.
Mhm.
You can't train a cat to not do something. You can only train it to know that it will be in trouble if it gets caught. Robin. Robin, get down.
Yeah, I do wonder if Corgi is gonna pull ahead on next monster turn.
He certainly could.
Because
It's
I feel like
hard.
having beatback on Rogzor plus Weapon Master Brawl is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Wait,
absolutely
is
is.
it right now?
What was that?
Is this game being streamed right now?
I'm streaming it to Twitch right now, so you could watch it there. I don't know if anyone is streaming it to Discord. I can tell you my internet doesn't like it if I try to do both.
I can sympathize with that, and looks like it's going to be a blind out from here on out.
Well, there's a bit of a delay, but you can always pull up my Twitch. I can drop it in the TTS channel. Just give me a second. Okay, it's in there.
Wait, in where?
Oh, sorry, I dropped it in the tournament channel. TTS tournament. Honestly, it probably should have gone to table talk, but oh well.
And they have TTS muted because I'm not in the tournament.
Yeah, that makes sense. Jeez, Corgi. He's asking how everyone's Friday has been.
Okay, so I see Bee, Rogazor, Noodle Dragon, and Incinerus.
Yes.
Yep.
Hmm.
And Rogzor is currently in Hyper.
Yeah, I'd say Tex got this. Partly because I can't understand much of the reasoning by combining Bee with Rogzor.
Well, I mean, Corgi really loves Rogzor, and frankly, so do I. I'll be honest, I'm not sure that B is a great pairing for him, but
Yeah.
he doesn't really have great pairings right now, so, I mean, you kind of just make do with what you can. Use what you got, you know?
The solution is pair him with Voyaka 99. Voyaka 99 goes with every monster that has a good blast stat.
The issue that you run into there is double pedestrians. And
Good point.
if you can kind of mitigate that with the Isles, but then you don't have the buildings that a Rogzor list normally wants to generate power off of. I tried that pairing several times. Ah, Tech is securing the double. I'm kind of surprised.
I definitely need to play more online games.
That is a miss. Tech tried to hit the Spyfly with Draken Berserker, rolled a 1 on 2-star 2, which is a shame, and I don't know why he tried to start with Spyfly. Because he had the movement to get to the Hellion. Oh, no, he didn't have the movement to get to the Hellion. That's why.
Well, at least the Squix is dead.
Yeah. He does get the white or the blue back. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't sure at first. I had to do some quick visualizations because of the Prophet Walker there. And Tech still powers up full, which he was going to anyway, so I'm sure Tech already had a plan for that.
I mean, would it be a bad idea here to split damage?
Probably not, honestly, because Incinerus isn't that damaged to begin with, and no matter what, you're only dealing 2 damage to him. So, versus dealing, what, 6 to Gosmal, that might be the better play. On the other hand, you're then giving him Hyper Gosmal, which, yes, it turns off the um, telekinesis, but it gives him Annihilate. So I don't know. It's a hard call. If Tech were going into a unit turn, I would say absolutely, because you could move Rogzor up above the Command 8 and use Dynastivus to throw to the media company and align with the other media. So Dynastivus would throw to media, Rogzor would beat back into the other media, and then you could still screen him up before Tech had a turn. But you don't have that luxury, so yeah, I don't know who you go in on in this case. Relock, you got an opinion? Did he step away? I mean, I guess he must have, but
He might have,
Sorry,
yeah.
you're asking me where are we at in the turn cycle? I've been
Oh.
a little distracted.
that's okay. It's Corgi's turn, and Shelly was asking if we split damage and go in on Gossamer here.
Yeah. Probably. Like, you've got no good line on Incinerus. You don't even have anything that
Right,
pretends to be a good line.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. I mean, you could run. You might be able to run Dynastus over. Well, no, because you can't step because of the Bellower. So yeah, you don't
yeah,
really
so
have a.
even just getting to Incinerus would be hard.
Yeah,
I feel like you could just beat back Gossamal and then body slam. And then that would be 6 damage.
yeah. Yeah, well, and that's basically what I was saying.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, that would work just as well. You have Dynastus just go straight over and stand on the neutral spawn. Rogzor stands above the Assault Ape still, screened by the media and the industrial. Beat back Gosmal into the media, body slam into the other media.
You know, this is a side tangent, but I know Tech as a graphic designer, and I would kind of like to know why the hell his monsters are less noticeable than like half the buildings in the city just going by off of base color.
Because he goes with studio schemes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've always gone
No,
with
I'm
studio
taking a
schemes
look
for
at the
them.
field, and there's hot pink everywhere.
Well, but that's Corgi's color.
Someone needs to tell Corgi to lay off the bright colors for the buildings.
Yeah. Well, it's an issue if you're going into someone with the Conyard, because then you have to know whose buildings are who.
And to make sure that you don't accidentally reconstruct an enemy monster.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why you have to know whose buildings are whose, because you are literally not allowed to do that. So, uh, so yeah, that's kind of more Corgi's fault than Tech's, because otherwise the purple and orange and green stand out pretty well against each other.
I was looking for 5 minutes trying to find Gossamer.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, just the angle with Incinerus backed by the hazard is a little hard to see. And if I
What's
change the
happening
camera
here?
angle, then it doesn't really get
Oh
better.
no, Corgi, don't throw. Don't do it.
Well, and at least move Dinah over. At least have the follow-up. Because right now, I
Throwing is
mean,
a trap.
Roxor's just going to die. Because he's still powering up for 4. He's going to 8. Roxor's only an 8, and he only has 4 health. Okay. Oh, he forgot to move. Wait, but you only have 4 dice. No,
Yeah,
you
there's no
have
way
5.
this hits.
There's no way
Uh,
this is gonna hit.
No, I mean even if you're throwing max whites, you're looking at what, the 6 and 5 to hit a 9?
6 and 5 to hit a no. It's 6 and 5 to hit an 8 or to hit a
Oh,
7.
okay.
Sorry.
Oh, right,
Okay.
because
So it's not
penetrator.
like the worst thing in the world. The
No,
problem
it's
is
still not
like
great.
Armadax or Rogzor is dead from this position.
Okay, so he's looking at 87. And yes, Rogzor's just dead, and Gosmel is very much still alive. She doesn't gain armor, does she? Oh, right, I can't flip to the other side. Okay, no, she doesn't. So yeah, 3 steps. Tech can get to Rogzor with Gossamer, and then just body slam throw who the hell cares into a building.
Yeah, because it's just Gauze goes in on Rogzor, kills him. Dynavastus goes into the Propo and the guard base. Right, because you're not concerned about how quickly you're like accelerating the damage trade on Dyna. You just want to be up on monsters as long as possible.
Yeah. Yep. And so yeah, now Rogzor dies because building plus annihilate,
Yeah.
and then Dyna takes 3, 4 damage. No, 2 or 3 damage, depending on how far you go. I mean, that's cute, but honestly, I don't think I would have wasted the die to do it.
No, I didn't see that Tech has the rec facility secured. I was like counting out the dice. I'm like, he's gonna be 1 short, but with the extra die from the rec facility, I think he can get to the Harbinger comment.
He needs 8 to get to the comet. He'll have
Yeah, and you
3,
get
4 back,
so 3
so
for the
yeah.
building, 1 for the monster. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes it safe to, that makes Gossamer safe. Because otherwise it was 2 steps to get to Gossamer. I don't know that you care about stepping here, so... Well, no, I guess stepping over 1 is not a bad idea. Just so you're not aligned with the media. We step in center us, right? Nope, apparently we don't. So I'm thinking unit turn here, right? You don't really have any great lines to go in on anyone. Just cut your losses, restock your monster pool. Plus your power up is only 3, I think. I don't know, Shelly, you have an opinion on this?
Yeah, I think unit.
Currently, I do not have an opinion regarding the match. I'm doing webcomicking things, and that was a bad decision. I may have mistrimmed things because I'm making. Okay, so one of the websites that I post my webcomic on has thumbnails. I'm making thumbnails for every page of the comic. I
Oof.
make a thumbnail by taking the flattened version of the comic and cropping it to a very specific square.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid spoilers. I'm trying to make sure that people aren't offended or scared if they're like afraid of blood, because I got blood on this chapter. Not my blood, don't worry. And I'm also trying to make the thumbnail look interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blood on this page and a lot of spoilers on this page. Kind of hard to crop.
Well, I mean, if it's your standard thumbnail that's what, like 150 by 300
Pixel
pixels or
size
something
doesn't
like that?
matter.
Yeah.
Pixel size doesn't matter. I'm putting it on Webtoons and they crunch everything down into a certain size.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess what I was getting at is if it's tiny little thumbnail size, I don't think anyone's going to be able to see what the spoilers are until they click the page anyway. At least that was always my experience in webcomics. So having just the full page there was never an issue. That's from a reader standpoint, not from a producer standpoint.
From a producer's standpoint, you tend to think about a lot of things you didn't think about before.
I'm sure that's very true.
Like, trust me, 6 panels arranged in a 2x3 ordnance is so goddamn boring.
Oh, what's gonna get blown up with spars?
Yeah, but what's going to get blown up with spars? The media? Are they attacking Gossamer?
That'd be interesting. 'Cause
Yeah.
then
I
if
mean,
you attack Gossamal, then you can just go up and punch Gossamal next turn, and Gossamal will be dead.
yeah, and you're powering up for 4 right now? No, you're only powering up for like 3 right now. Okay, you're powering up for exactly 4, but the Draken Berserker is going to disrupt it. I mean, it's sitting right there, and you did nothing about it. I missed what the final result of the roll was, so Corgi's being so precise on where he's putting those spars, and yet they're not together. So I don't see what the point of the precision is.
Looks like they missed.
Yeah, I missed the final count too, but didn't hit.
Yeah, whatever they were going for, they missed, and that's all I can tell you on it. At which point he should have just not summoned one of the ants so he could actually use the guard base. Oh, no, he would have had to not summon. He needed 2 extra die to use the guard base.
Yeah, it's still under media.
Yeah. He would have been shooting the guard base because the Exterminator wasn't close enough. Or Exterminatrix wasn't close enough. Yeah, I don't really think Corgi can win this at this point, but maybe with a
He
couple of lucky
knows he
misses.
can't win this. And he's praying for a Hail Mary of some kind. That's what he's doing.
Well, if he had been able to hit Gossamer there, take her down to 2, then even if he hit Hyper on the next turn, he'd be able to just wipe Gossamer with a punch and maybe deal 2 more damage to Mecha. Or to Incinerus.
To Incinerus. Yeah. I mean, I think like if Corgi could have gotten Gossamer dead and then chained into Incinerus,
Yeah, well, and
like having
that's the thing with
super damage because
Incinerus.
yeah, I mean Dynastifus isn't bad into Incinerus because you can just keep punching him.
Yeah,
But it's
and
like you need the dice to do that, and Corgi just doesn't have the dice really.
yeah,
No,
and
this is
literally a Hyper Dynastifus can just one turn delete a Hyper Incinerus. But you have to have handled Gossamer already for that. Relock, you were saying this is something?
this is the wrong kind of situation for Dynabastus to take it to Incinerus, especially with
Yeah.
Gauss still on the table and her being at 3.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Well,
now Gossamer can't
Wow,
even
she's
be
at 7,
broadbacked.
but she is
No, she can.
there's currently a brawl line. There won't be after Tex Berserker attacks.
yeah. Well, and that's kind of what we were saying. If Corgi had managed to ping and Gossamer down to 2, then he could have tried to brawl Gossamer and get the delete on this next turn. It just
Ooh, attracting all of them.
didn't
Sexy.
wind up playing out that way. Hey, Boxy. Hey, Mimi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
Hey, how's it
Volnurse.
going, guys?
Guys.
Liz,
Hello.
did you have something on your channel that doesn't allow me to raid you?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we tried raiding and it doesn't work.
Honestly, it
So-
wouldn't surprise me. I tend to turn security up pretty high on anything that I'm on, but I didn't think I had something that prevented it. Honestly, I don't even know what allows or disallows it. Oh, huh. Apparently I was blocking raids.
Oh no.
Okay, I've changed that setting to allow raids.
How could you? How could you?
Yeah, I got nothing. There's no excuse. Oh,
Shame.
A raid, you would be the cool
Shame.
person.
Shame, shame,
I wanted
shame.
to be the cool person to
I-
raid other people with my
Ah.
measly. I don't know how many people we had left, but I
I-
after we
there,
started
so we can
ranting
push
about
Cassie over
Armadex, I
there.
saw our viewer count just dive down. I was like, oh no.
It's fine. They all ran away after my Armadex rant.
They can't face the truth.
It's fine.
I
My
didn't
Armadex
even
rant
hear your
scared everybody
Armadex
away.
rant.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear it either.
As soon as the Tech Corgi game started, I had to mute your stream.
Oh, it's fine. I went off on Armadex again, but like full
course.
fleshed out,
To
like
be
how
fair,
this monster
every
and how
game
Privacy Press
with
is like
Armadex, you
incompetent.
have to expect a boxy 30
Nah.
minute to an hour rant.
Yeah, I just said how Privacy Press is like utterly incompetent,
Yeah.
and like how they just address two problem monsters but not another one, but they skew all releases to fix one monster but not treat the other one with the same
Yeah.
level of respect or
Nick.
problem. I know. I'm just saying
And
that's
if you're
where I
having
went.
to do a bunch of
Yeah,
releases,
but last time I'm just saying left on a 30-minute rant.
I know. I'm just saying that's
Yeah,
the
we know.
TLDR.
I mean, yeah, it's
So like my argument here is right. So like we released Dynavastus, and how many Incineruses do you expect to see in events going forward?
one or
Many
two
still.
tops.
One or
Yep.
two tops, right? Because like there is a predator for him. You can't release that kind of predator for Armadex.
Yeah.
Nope.
You just
Right?
can't.
You can't do that to S tiers. Metas don't adapt to S tiers. That's the problem.
Well, keep
They
in
just-
mind
Real
too.
quick,
You also. Oh, sorry.
Ragnarok, I'm sorry I wasn't watching OBS, so I didn't see your chat until just now. He
You
was
also
saying
have
Corgi
to
needs 3
not
turns
only
to win.
counter Armadex, but you also have to play the fundamentals, right? So
Yeah.
like, not only do you have to be like, okay, well I counter this monster, but I also have to be good in general, right? I
Yeah.
have to have high mobility, I have to have power generation, I have to have X, Y, Z, right? So like,
Hold on.
sure,
What's the predator? What's the predator for Armadex or Arcanius?
there is
There isn't one.
There's nothing.
That's what we were saying. There's a predator
That's the
for
point.
Incinerus. There
You,
isn't
not
one for
only the
Armadex.
fact that to be a predator, like Dynavast is like, if you take away the super damage, like if you look at it, she still has high mobility, right? Like still has lightning attack, like still has things that make her work.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but works, right? You can't just have a monster that is dedicated, a counter, right? And just ignores all fundamentals, right? If you ignore your fundamentals, what's the point? If you're warping your design around a single monster, why not just nerf the monster?
I like you are preaching to the choir here. I want
right,
right.
like
I have
You wanna
said
know
very
that's funny?
publicly that Armadex should like he
You
needs
wanna
to
know
lose a health
something
and
that's
two
funny?
2 HP. Done.
What's funny, Hidden?
Or sorry, it's speed and 2 HP.
I
They
agree.
use
Yep.
like smoke and fire to drive bees away from beehives so they can get to the honey. This is a reverse of real life.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
I mean, then
That
again,
is
who's to say
another
Dionysus
miss.
is full bee? She got a little wasp in her.
She's
Bro,
Well,
smoking.
Dynastivus
it works on
into
wasps
Gauss.
too.
So this is just Gossamal walks down, throws her up to the media, Incinerus body slams to the wreck, done.
Yeah.
Game's a good one. Or you just go down instead, right? Like it doesn't matter here.
Yeah.
All right, Mimi, are you ready to hop off?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go play.
Yeah, we're gonna play some Binding of Isaac, Four
Oh, yeah.
Souls here. So
Cool. Have some fun.
Ooh,
Yeah.
best of luck.
Have fun.
Did you guys see the new stuff dropping for it?
Oh yeah,
For
we're doing a Kickstarter.
Nick
100%
is gonna
Oh,
go
yeah.
buying
full,
immediately.
full Kickstarter on it.
Yep,
All the way
It
to the
looks
top of tier.
so good.
Fucking hype for it, dude. So
June
hyped for it.
1st.
On another note, because I thought you'd find it funny, did you see the tweet that was posted?
Oh, are you talking about the
Edmund?
trash game tweet?
Yeah.
The tweet, that one? Yeah, I love that.
Someone-
Did you see the mod for the game where the guy like made
Yep.
that the new death?
That's what I was about to actually send. It's good stuff. They made it the opener too.
Oh yeah. In the whole like Isaac opening where it's
Yep.
like the mom hearing your voice. Yeah. Oh man.
I am become my money back.
I become, and you will be a cow. Oh, powerful.
But anyways, have fun. I won't keep you away from a good Four Souls game.
It's all good. All right, see you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah, this is just ISB to industrial, which is now a media. Oh, nope, guard.
No, this is Tech playing safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just in case he screws up.
Yeah, because he actually has the guard base until he actually destroys it.
Well, he won't even destroy the guard base. This is going to go Imperial State Building,
Oh, back up to the media.
probably back up to the media. Although, is that enough spaces?
5, 6,
That is not
7.
enough spaces.
So no, it is. It's gonna have to be into the guard.
So he doesn't kill Dinah. This
That's not a
feels.
kill.
This feels. Oh,
Well,
unless.
He wouldn't
So
be killing Dinah anyway this turn. It's just Dinah to 2 instead of Dinah to 1.
no, because this is super damage. Like this is a 2
Yeah.
single is a dead Dinah.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
because
I
it'd be
forgot about
4 on
super
the
damage.
first, so Dinah flips first, and then it would
Yep.
be 3.
Yeah, no, you're right. I just
Now,
forgot
so if
about that.
Tech spends exactly 1 white dice, he can still win.
Just by chaining.
No, he doesn't see it.
Nope.
You could have ignited, or no, you couldn't. You couldn't get there. You just didn't have the dice.
Yeah.
Too much of an overcommitment on that first attack.
It happens.
Oh, Tech
Oh,
realized it.
no.
Oh, Tech, my dude.
I mean, it's fine. He's got the die. He can chain into her for the
If
death.
he had just put Incinerus like on the other side, he could have just
Oh,
thrown into the other media company, right?
True.
Yeah, if Incinerus had been up top instead,
yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And then kept the guard base.
Yep. No, it like there were a couple ways to make this work, right? He could have like shaved a red off the first attack.
Want to report a PM.
Some days I feel like Monster Apocalypse is a stress test of your decision-making abilities.
Yeah, I mean, it can be.
Oh, for sure.
Not really sure what Corgi means by BM in this situation.
By not killing him. Right,
Oh,
forcing
okay.
him to take a unit turn in which, and then he's just going to ignite and kill him.
Yeah.
Right, he just like bumps the XO.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, the Mount Terror is dead, so nothing Corgi can do about it.
Cork, you better be joking right there.
What do you say?
He's definitely joking. You typed in LOL.
Oh yeah, no, he was never being serious about this. Corgi just doesn't pass for 14 minutes. Just concedes on clock. That would be a dick move.
Hmm.
What is it, Rory? Why are you meowing?
Hmm.
You're still not allowed
Could
in the
be
table.
cute.
Honestly, I'm not sure what Corgi's plan is. Because,
Oh, I assume it's going to be some kind of a BM play.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, sure.
BM,
Kill anything you
body
can.
mass.
Just
Gotta get that down where you can.
yeah, it just doesn't matter because, like I said, Tech can just bump spawn the fire calm and ignite, and game's over.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Have a great night, all.
Have a good
Yep.
one.
Have a good night.
See ya.
Yeah. As Corgi says, it's an interesting point in the game where flight is a slight detriment.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, so it,
Well,
right, like the order is like pedestrians are the worst. High flight is second worst, and then it's high mobility, right? Like high
Yeah.
mobility is the strongest set.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said slight detriment.
Yeah, not being able to step into hyper is a big deal.
It is.
well, it
It
depends. If
literally
your
is.
hyper is like not worth bothering, then and your monster flies, it's just like, yeah, might as well just stay around.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ares?
Hmm. True. Big old frisbee does not want to go into hyper.
Yeah, but I mean, every other monster typically wants to go into hyper.
Not plastic cutter, I still think. I've yet to take the new one version out for an accurate test run, but I
Yeah,
still don't think that his hyper is that good.
I haven't played
It's
him.
very mediocre. his bread and butter is just that he makes Def 4 from Brawl, Brutes, and Def 3 Berserkers, right? Like that's what he's doing.
Yeah, and I mean that's not nothing.
He got Blitz as well, and he also has Extinguisher, which can be useful, and probably will see more use as more monsters come out that want to either eat rubble or have rubble vanish.
Yeah. Possible.
Maybe. Like I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I'm just like the Blastocutter is very like solidly top of the bees, realistically. Like you bring him for the brutes. That's really why you're bringing him. He also has like more room to grow, right? Because every mole unit that comes out is an extra buff in his kit.
Every mole unit is extra strong under him, and every unit that can benefit, and every unit like the Toxos or the Floating Heads, the Jurvers, every unit that is good to move around becomes more valuable under him because of Blitz.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. If they want to see
Sounds good.
what our opinion was, they can always just go back and watch it. So.